Hello everyone, I'm Baradactyl, and welcome back to Lenna's Inception. I guess really there's not much to say as we get into this. We just need to move on to the next dungeon and try and get as much done as physically possible. Alright. Totally not Wizrobe Lizalfos. Alright, let's see. Got lighter and lasso. See, last time completed a dungeon and dealt with Goldilocks and the three bears. And it seems I have completely forgotten how to play the game. That's standard though. We'll get back into it. There's the three bears. Okay. I guess I can just continue on forward and see where it gets me. I know there is somewhere with a police report to wrap up the rest of the Goldilocks thing. But I can't say entirely for sure where it is, because being real, I have no idea where I'm going half the time. I'm just kind of going. Though being able to actually travel wherever I please now is not, well, minus the targets, which I assume I'm going to get a bow and arrow for at some point, or a crossbow, whatever this game does. Okay then. Yeah, that lasso's gonna be real powerful. I found 10 cents in a library book. Authors. Mancini? I'm gonna say Mancini. Much of this document is unreadable. The text is heavily corrupted. But previous works to quantify error rates in dynamic random access memory, DRAM, have shown wide variability from 1-bit error per megabyte a month to as little as 1-bit error per megabyte every 1 million years. The cause of most errors is background radiation, or cosmic ray incidents that flip a single bit in memory. 2-bit errors formed in this way are extremely rare. The effect of a bit error depends on the system's function. Errors in systems I'm gonna say it's without. Error correcting code, ECC schemes, can either crash or corrupt data. In certain situations, this can open up security vulnerabilities or threaten human life. Observe that, in space, error rates have varied from 40 to as much as 200 times the base rate on Earth, on a 40-year voyage through space. Without adequate shielding, you might expect to observe as many as 13,000 single-bit errors per megabyte of memory. So is everyone aware of their code? Like, that would make a lot of sense, based on everything I've seen up to date. Yeah, to date. Maybe I can learn to speak. Okay. The Guild LLC, Central Bank of Magenma. Or Magenma. I don't know. Of place. But I am going to explore a bit before I just run straight into the dungeon. For the sake of seeing if there's anywhere else I can go. Alright, I can kill the snail. I don't know how. Oh, I know how I hurt myself. I'm an idiot. But there we go. I'm still trying to refigure out my keybinds. Everyone ignore that. Also still apparently have not learned my lesson about killing Gregory. Actually, no. Wrong series. About killing Bruce. Alright. Do the snowmen just not count? Oh boy. A healing is that just a straight up healing potion? Yeah, it's just a straight up healing potion. Okay. I'm not complaining. Statue of the Elder and Statue of Totally Not Link. Are you okay there, Bruce? So the reason I accidentally called Bruce Gregory, aside from the obvious rat from another series, is usually when I play Minecraft, I tame a bat and I name him Gregory. And for some reason, my mind defaulted to Minecraft there. But this is not Minecraft Monday, so enough on that. We'll move forward and... ooh, free library book. Okay, so I have to use the lighter to kill these guys. That's fine. Author, Dr. Bones. Sometimes in the dead of night, you fall asleep for the last time. Heart stops, and tissues decay, skeletons move in the moonlight. Calcium are you? Calcium, oh yeah. Calcium are you, ah. Now the dungeon is done. You had to go back home. Please come and spook me again. I've never felt more a bone. Body, I ain't missing you. I'd rather have my spine and my pelvic girdle too. Humans to slay, is this a song? I think about loot every day. I really want coins too. Death swept my feet right off the ground. Prophet's love I found. Dr. Bones, Bones, calling Dr. Bones. Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, get up now. Wake up now. Dr. Bones, Bones, calling Dr. Bones. Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, wake up now. Wake up now. Why didn't I sing it? I don't know. I'm gonna be completely real with you. Why would I use... Can I throw the potions? That would explain a lot. Okay, so why these... Hitting them from behind kill me? Or just hitting them too close hurt me? Yep. Hi, Bruce. Took you long enough. No, my heart. What is with the trains? Is there an item that interacts with trains specifically? Because that would be hilarious. So fire hurts them regardless of invulnerability state. Good to know. You got a strength potion. Alright. Let me just charge up move. I'm just gonna... See, on one hand, that's a convenient way to travel, but on the other, I am just going to repeatedly kill myself and my pet, companion. Everything around me that is not an enemy. Because I feel like I have done more damage to myself and my... Oh, I died. Huh. So you start in the last building you were in. Do I keep all of my stuff? Is there a There is no consequence to death. Oh, that makes this game marginally easier for me. Because, now I can be more stupid. And it's going to happen. Alright. I don't know if dying has a bearing on the ending, but we'll find out, when I eventually get there. Alright, let's go down. Water. Can't go there, but I can go here. Can I? No. Okay. Oh, a slime. That's the first time I've seen you in a long time. Oh, so the fire literally would just go on forever. Good to know. Oh, it loops around. Wait. How did I... I wound up here, and that's all that matters. I need to stop questioning it. I ran into the wall. Okay, so that's a thing that can happen. I feel like I should say I am not the most intelligent person sometimes, and to ignore my stupid. Yeah, Bruce, you get him. Do-do-do. Oh, look. Bank with the Guild. Authors, Chairman Mammon. Wait. That's a demon. I think that's specifically a demon of greed? Peaceful citizens of Magamena, human and bears alike, you work hard for your gold coins and deserve to know that they are safe. Now, you could put them in your family's prized clay pot, as is tradition. But do you know what your clay pot won't protect your money from? Adventurers. Don't fall for their good press, folks. Adventurers will come to your town, seeking health potions, weapon shops, and side quests. They will come into your house, and they will smash your pots, taking your precious savings with them. I mean, he's not wrong. Just because it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it won't. Luckily, the Bankers Guild is here to serve the interests of the people. For an affordable monthly fee, the Bankers Guild will give your savings account premium adventurer's insurance. Your money will be protected in an enormous magical jar that has been proven by our R&D department to be impenetrable to swords, magic whips, and even power beams. The Guards Union has a notorious pro-adventurer bias and won't keep your enemies safe when the time comes. Your earnings safe, not enemies. Now let's not go into a philosophical discussion about greed. Anyway, be safe. Bank with the guild. I don't know about that. Seems a little scammy to me. Because I'm pretty sure I can just pick up the pot and break it. Like, yeah, it's mean to my sword, but I can pick it up and yeet it now, so... yeah. Alright. Let me actually, like... okay. Oh, yeah, this is from its caves. I can only go in from the back. I can't go in at all. Okay. I have more or less filled out the map at this point. Alright. Moving on. Today I learned that fire bad. Oh, ow. Ow. And this should... I will say the enemies... okay. Wait. You're a crab! Should you be able to swim? Ring, ring. Hi, Baradactyl. Have you found my books? Wow, you found quite a few. Are you planning to visit the library anytime soon? Because I's been thinking about you. Looks like your next dungeon is the recursive pond of the Sacred Dragon in the west. Click. So if I take too long, I get pestered. Sounds about right. Like, I know where I'm going, I'm just delaying because adventure. Isn't that natural? Though I'm pretty sure I found the edge of the map, so I should probably stop screwing around. So I am going to go to the library to see what the haps is with her, and I will be right back. Alright, so I forgot I can fast travel. So, yeah. I'm an idiot. Howdy. Hi, Baradactyl. Have you found my books? Oh, wow, you found quite a few. But not quite all. I'm certain there are more to be found. Why don't I come with you to look? It'd be nice to go for a walk. Dismiss... Bye, Bruce. Paige started following you. Is Bruce gonna look after the library? It looks like your next... yeah, I know. So, she's just a companion now. How useful is she, though? Okay, maybe, like, actually utilize the fast travel system? Actually, there are a handful of spots here that I can go to. So, let's go south, or at least I think. Nope, never mind. I need whatever's in this dungeon to progress, so... I will just fast travel. Fast traveling kind of takes the adventure out, but... I'm going to try to get as much done as physically possible this time. So... I guess let's go to the bank with my new companion. Hi? There's meant to be a dungeon around here. I should take a look around. It's a bank. Is no one suspicious that the bank is run by the things I've been killing? The bank is run by skeletons. I saw a duck come in for financial advice yesterday. He had a large bill to... I'm gonna punish all of you. Psst, hey. My investment business is in dire straits. I need some property quick or I'll lose everything. Help me out. I'll let you have this briefcase. All its contents. Am I gonna commit fraud? Being honest, I kind of like the music here. They didn't teach me about this business skull. Yep, I'm the one and only Dr. Bones, kid. It's 10,000 for an autograph. You can't afford it. Again, I'm a teacher. I don't think I'm a kid. I have a side job writing financial thrillers. Maybe you've heard of my novel, Back to the Futures. Yes, the critics did say it was a bit derivative. Investment Center. Customer support. I have a feeling customer support's the dungeon, but I'm gonna go upstairs first. Hi. Hello, I see that you're new here. Up here is where investors buy and sell stocks. Anybody can do it, but first you'll have to deposit money into your investor account. My colleague on the left will help you with that. I am... Yes? You can deposit as much as you like. However, to prevent money laundering, the amount you can withdraw is limited to at most 999 cents. So $10. I always read the headlines before trading. Doesn't always help, but in the long run, it does give me a slight edge. Most of the time, these machines provide a nice, steady, but low income. Then occasionally, there are sudden catastrophic falls when everyone panic sells at the same time. I lost almost half my savings at once last time. I need to, stop stumbling over my words. I am not trading stocks. Though admittedly, that is a bit of a hell in a dungeon on its own. Hello? The best thing about being an undead investor is all the bone uses. I hate all of you. I hate all of you so much. With all this inflation, I think I'll invest in You're lucky I can't harm you. The vault. Vault sounds like a dungeon, but, I'm exploring. Customer support. Yeah, sounds like a hill. Yeah. Called it. Oh my god! I like the librarian. Page. She just yeets books. She just yeets books. The chairman, the boss. Alright, I'm gonna go to the vault now. Because I feel like the chairman is the boss. I'm not sure if dashing is faster or not, to be honest. Freaky. Am I soft locked? Am I actually soft locked? The chairman ordered me to barricade the vaults. Apparently there is a vandal on the way here. He's known for smashing pots and grabbing valuables. Bankers never die. They just lose interest in living. It's been so long since I turned a profit. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. I hate all of you even more. I had an account with a bank at the North Pole until they froze all. Given the opportunity, I am going to kill every single one of you. Is this a puzzle that I'm not getting, maybe? What is this? Liquid at... I'm gonna be completely real. I'm gonna punish them, but right now I'm the one who's being punished. I can barely handle it. This is unbearable. Oh wow. It's the Monopoly Man. Or JP Morgan. Actually, no, I don't think he's actually JP Morgan. I don't... Maybe? Whatever. They call me the chairman, but I'm also the entire board of directors, the CEO, and the majority shareholder of the bank you're standing in. That's a conflict of interest. And probably illegal. It's unusual for anyone to make it this far past customer support, especially when we're running a skeleton crew. I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna enjoy every second. I suppose it's no coincidence that you've come today. You're here for the prince, aren't you? Recursive Pond of the Sacred... Okay. Just... Okay. I'll be back. And you're not gonna enjoy it when I come back. Oh. Well, dungeon found. I will say I think Paige is actually considerably more useful than any other companion. Just for the sake that she has range damage and actively... well, eats books at my enemies. She's less likely to die because she's not moronic, bloodthirsty. Oh, and she doesn't mourn the death of her parents in an alleyway after a night at the theater in Gotham City. Okay. And she's just eating books. There's a lot of spiders here. Yeah, this game very much follows classic Zelda, like original Legend of Zelda dungeon design. It's rooms of monsters with occasional puzzles. Which is fine. I enjoyed the original Legend of Zelda. Difficulty included. Alright. Simple enough. Eat the books. Puzzles are gradually getting more difficult, but they're nothing that I would consider, well, difficult. Oh. Glitch. Can I just knock... no, I can't knock you in the water. No, to be fair, I think the librarian's just gonna, like, throw the book at them. Actually, I'm not arresting them. This is murder. Bow. Hit distant objects with this wood and string tool. Yes. Oh, yeah, arrows, of course, are limited. Sounds about right. But I can progress. Lost my dash, but you know what? It's safer this way. It seems her books might be about as strong as the arrows. Which, again, is fine. Give me something. Phoenix Ash, you're not sure, but you think it might affect certain animals. What would Phoenix Ash affect? This dungeon certainly has many levels. I'll give it that. Oh, a book. PH Craftlove, GG Ernest. Tombs and Tentacles is an eldritch horror game that you can play with your friends. It is directly inspired by the works of PH Craftlove. The game requires one Tomb Master who controls the game world and the non-player characters, NPCs. The player characters are normally controlled by 2 or more players, but certain scenarios, if the TM is prepared, can be played by a single character on their own. As is the fashion for Kraftlove's horror stories, there are no happy endings. Be prepared to die, or worse. In many different ways. For a free demonstration of Tombs and Tentacles, call 555-6666. Ernest will answer the call and act as the TM for you, while you decide what your player character will do. A common criticism of the game is that its rules are very complex, sometimes requiring non-integer sided dice. This is unavoidable due to the nature of the game. Each of the 4 player characters available in the demo have 4 stats. These are printed here for your convenience. Jerry, human, waiter. Might, 1. Speed, 1. Sanity, 10. Intelligence, 5. Customer service is hell, guys. And gals. And anyone not. Sally, human, telemarketer. Might, 10. Speed, 3. Sanity, 5. Intelligence, 10. James, human, janitor. Might, 10. Speed, 1. Sanity, 3. Intelligence, 3. Tamsin, squid, sports ball player. Might, 5. Speed, 10. Sanity 5, Intelligence 1. Note that although Jerry's might and speed stats are the lowest in the game, he can augment these by stacking plates. This comes at the cost of some sanity. When played well, he is the most powerful character available. ... Ellipsis, whatever you want to call that. Alright, let's go downstairs. Classical Caverns of Aggression. There's a cavern here. So that means there's going to be good stuff here. I think. Also, the dungeon links to caverns. Yep. I don't like this. This actually... might be a good use for this. I am going to die here. Alright, let me... Healing potion. Alright. Oh. That was not worth a single meteor. I feel robbed. That was intense. Oh, more dungeon. What are these? Oh, crystals. Breaking it. Okay. Are these snail? I think they're snails. What's the point in your shells if I just... Am I poisoned? I'm poisoned, Art. Yep. Drop a heart. Nope. Cool. I'm just poisoned now because I walked into the snail trail. Okay, so the dungeons just did a 0 to 100. I'm gonna be completely honest. Also, I'm surprised. Wait, does she level? Do companions level up? Let me stop doing. Ooh, another book. Author's page. Any resemblance to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Cast of characters. Libby, a strong and stunningly beautiful librarian. Archangel Martha, an eldritch horror with many tentacles. Act 1, Scene 3. Setting, dungeon boss room. At Rise, Archangel Martha is sprawled across the floor helpless. Libby, with a triumphant expression, sits astride Martha. Baradactyl needs to learn how to read better. Or gooder. Gooder's funny, you know it. Libby, with a triumphant expression, sits astride Martha. In one hand, she holds down 2 of Martha's main tentacles. In her other hand, she grips a dagger, which is pointed at the Archangel's chest. Archangel Martha, I have been defeated. Cut the heart from my breast and eat it, as per tradition. Libby, I will not. Libby tucks the knife away and releases Martha's tentacles. Archangel Martha, then my heart shall always belong to you, mistress, for one cannot have one's heart and eat it too. Libby, come with me, Martha, the lusty archangel maid. Setting, in the corner of Libby's library, between 2 towering bookcases. At Rise, Libby is showing Archangel Martha around the library. Archangel Martha, now I have seen the entire library, so that I may serve you better. Libby, not quite, Martha. There's one more rack I still need to show you. Archangel Martha, but mistress, what if your patrons were to chance upon us? Then it won't just be the books getting checked out today. That was, a thing. Spider. Did that imply that there's... Did it drop my item in the water? No, it didn't. Okay. Another meteor! And I'm not complaining per se, because it means I get a better weapon eventually, but... Regardless. This dungeon is very sprawling. Not the worst thing, though. Really need the key. Honestly, I would kill for a dungeon map. In general. I mean, not walk in the poison this time like I have every other time I've encountered snails. Perish. Let me just... Why do the walls wiggle when I smack them? Wait a minute. Only these walls. Interesting. What if I dash? No. But that is a thing. That is certainly a thing. So I think I I probably need bombs. This is going to be a Zelda thing. Oh, I can hold back the bow for more damage. Okay. Curious. Doesn't seem worth it. The spam seems to be more useful, to be completely honest. I really don't use the whip as much as I should. Oh, boss. Oh. Archangel Crabadon. Doomsday Crab. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. My horrible crab. Hide. I think I know where this is going. Or do I? Okay, I do need to. Oh. Oh, I have... Interesting. Oh, okay. I gotta shoot his claws. Can I do this, like, without taking another hit? Am I that good at this game? 15 arrows. Come on, buddy. Doink. Next. You're just gonna shake your head at me and crash into the wall. Here's a tip. I am dead. Oh no, I'm not. Maybe not advertise your attacks. Well, this is gonna be fun. But I now know how to do this. Oh, come on, Paige. Don't be a coward. Yeah, whoop whoop. I'm gonna whoop you. Yep. So I guess the goal is just to shatter his shell. And to get the hell out of the way when he wiggles his head. Come on. Next. I don't... Ow. I'm just gonna take that attack since I have so many hearts. Wiggle. Or do I gotta get him in the mouth when he doesn't? Is that the pattern, no? Yes, it is. Wait, that... Oh! I don't like this. Oh. Oh, they have eyes. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this game is ramping up. Come on. Come on, buddy. I actually like this. It's creepy and terrifying, don't get me wrong, but I actually like where this is going. Come on. I actually really like this music. Come on, advertise a new attack. His tails are still the same, I think. Roughly, at least. Come on. Come on. Is that it? Please tell me that's it. I have no arrows. Huh. There was your Eldritch Horror. Archangel Heart. Taking this monster's heart permanently increases your fortitude. Wait, last time it said eating. Corrupted memory number 3 was restored. Crabadon. Alright, Crabadon. Let's see what you have learned. Weak spots, inner claws, and inner mouth. Good, so in a fight, what should you not do when fighting the hero? In a fight, I open claws and mouth. Arrows bad, I eat 'em. Tasty. Ring ring. Lance, I'm scared. The chairman has replaced all the palace guards with skeletons. In case I don't make it, there's something I need you to look after. One file attachment. Open attachment. Yes, yeah, not that I have a choice. Power of compassion. One of the fabled 4 powers. With this power, you discover ways to end conflict without violence. You remember the way, right? The bridge in the east? Click. This is the final dungeon, but since I don't have all the tools, I can't access it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So I will be coming back here later. You won't catch me! Will I? Let me just grab a lighter just in case. I'll light that ass on fire. Right there. I can actually... I don't have arrows to progress. Oh, yes I do. Never mind. Haha! Come on. Perish. Can you throw more books at a more rapid pace, please, Paige? Hold it! There's no escaping you, is there? I'm going to make you pay for what you've done. Would you prefer notes or coins? What? I mean, I'm going to hold you accountable for taking the prince. My accounts? You're welcome to audit them. I have no interest in that. You should get a savings account then. Alright then, if you really want to fight, I was hoping to save my energy for Lance. But this shouldn't be too taxing. I am going to annihilate you. Oh. Just money. Wait, it's you! It is, isn't it? Haha! Why? But why are you getting in my way? Huh? Do you know the chairman, Baradactyl? I don't think so. Well, I don't like him. I don't either, but thanks for the free money. Hi. Oh! Help! Are you going to kill me? What? Don't be absurd. Lance, save me! Lance isn't coming. He's, Oh my god, you killed him? It was an accident. I was giving him a tutorial. It wasn't her fault. Anyway, only an idiot would stake the fate of the world on one young boy. I can't really argue with that. I feel awful about Lance's death. I'm trying to put things right. Wait a second. You have taken Lance's place as the hero. I guess so. Ha! Ha ha! One day you will understand the cruel joke that fate is playing on us. No spoilers, please. The name's Delvin. I'm the Elder's acolyte. Delvin's very close to Devil. I'm sure I've heard that name before. The chairman is winning. Removing the prince was just the first step toward the dark future he wants to build. Now that he's seized power, he can order the guards to stand down when his archangels attack. But if you eliminate the archangels first, that can never happen. There are 4 more lurking in the dungeons hidden across east Magamina Island. Give me your phone. You looted this from Lance. Here. Kill those archangels, and we'll speak again. And what about my school? Will this fix the chaos and corruption? Your school? Oh, yes. Just make sure you kill those archangels and your school will be fine. Thank you. That's suspicious. Are you sure you trust him, Baradactyl? I don't know if I should trust him. What would Lance do? I don't trust him. But, unfortunately, that is all the time that I have for this episode. That dungeon was a lot longer than I expected, and I keep promising to get more done. And I will. At some point. But, with all of that being said, thank you all for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. If you are enjoying your stay, please like, comment, and subscribe to feed the algorithm. This is Baradactyl signing off, and I'll see you all later.